Action! And welcome to Bleacher Bum TV, your one-stop shop weekly guide to everything that's going on with the Chicago Cubs. I'm your host, Carl, and yes, we are live in studio here at Barstool Chicago. I got Danny Lance on the ones and twos. Danny, wave. We got Danny Conrad as well. Battle of the Dannies, a little neighborhood correspondent. He's going to be joining the show in a little bit. Catch us up what's going on in Wrigleyville as we get excited and interested and ready for opening day 2022, fellas. This is a big fucking season. We said goodbye last year to Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, and we welcome some familiar faces this year, so let's just get into it. Starting pitching, 2022 outlook. If you remember last year, I think we led the league in softest tosses and biggest pussies on the mound. I don't mean to throw light at Zach Davies, but he's not here anymore, and he definitely sucked. And out he goes, in comes Marcus Stroman, who is already giving me significant headaches. Why? Marcus Stroman wants to play for the Giants already. This is a developing situation, but we've been told since Marcus Stroman shows up, what, he's going to piss us off, right? I'm already pissed off, Marcus Stroman, but he's a good pitcher, guys. Let's just give him a little bit of runway. Maybe he gets hot. Maybe he's good enough to lead the rotation. We know that you're only as good as your day starting pitching, and that's why we welcome Marcus Stroman with open arms, as well as this wildebeest Wade Miley. This guy is a certified animal, lefty, soft tosser extraordinaire. Welcome, Wade Miley. You guys are going to fit right in with Kyle Hendricks and Alec Mills in the 88-mile-an-hour fastball club. Make yourselves at home. On the subject of familiar faces, we've got some big bears coming to the Cubs, and we, maybe not big bears. I don't know. I wrote this one as Goldilocks with Nico Horner. He's got the gold locks. But we got baby bear, mama bear, papa bear, baby bear. Who better than Nick Madrigal, the tiny little second baseman from Oregon State? I have been proverbially sucked. Can I say this on YouTube? I've been sucking this guy's. Okay, I've been casually blowing him in a. I can't get away from the fellatio here. I love Nick Madrigal. He's a little guy, doesn't strike out. He's a little bit of a loose arm in the field, but. I mean, we're the Cubs right now. We're struggling a little bit. Do we want 80 games? We're going to get to the season outlook in a second. Stay positive, though, guys. Nick Madrigal, baby bear. Who's mama bear, then? Seiya Suzuki, the big motherfucker, the Japanese special. This guy is here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's play perfect fundamental baseball. And with more Suzuki means less Jason Hayward. And can we get a round of applause? We're in studio, people, guys. Hey! Jason Hayward stinks. There's your season projection for him. The less he plays, the better off we are. And hopefully, Papa Bear, the big swinging thunderous motherfucker, Clint Frazier, that's right, Clint Frazier in his big barrel can continue to keep Jason Hayward out of the lineup. I hate to be mean, but we have a DH to use, guys. Clint Frazier, short-term deal. This is a guy with big bat speed. He was a high prospect. Everybody loved him for the Yankees. Producer Tom walks around here every day with his head down because Clint Frazier didn't pan out for the Yankees. Fun fact about Clint Frazier, the biggest forearms in Major League Baseball. Are those natural? Are those synthetic? We're just going to have to watch the 2022 season to find out. And on the subject of the 2022 season, let's talk season projections, guys. How many wins do you think, Danny? Don't answer. It's not about wins. How many losses? If it's not about wins, it's not about losses. Don't give me that bullshit. It's about having a good time. We're very lucky they put the Barstool Chicago office mere blocks away from the marquee sign. We are going to be up and down Clark Street, left and right, going nuts. We are going to be throwing parties. We're going to be having great tasting, less fillings, cocktails galore. And we invite you to come see us. That's what we're going to be capturing this year throughout Bleacher Bum TV. All the stories, dumb shit that's going on. Invite us to your house party. Invite us to a pregame. We'll show up. Danny likes to keep score at Cubs games too. He's a fun guy to hang out in the bleachers, I'll tell you that much. But before we get to this season, before we can have all this fun, before we can thoroughly enjoy the Cubs the way we're supposed to, we can get away from the wins and losses. Just go have fun. Meet a cute girl, what do you say? Or a cute guy. I'm not saying you're a cute guy. I meant you. I mean, why don't just see whoever's cute? We're getting away from this. We want to have fun. We want to stay positive. I do regret to inform you guys, Tom Ricketts is currently making this utterly fucking impossible. Tom, please. I prepared notes for this too, as well as other things, but Tom Ricketts, in the evolution of becoming one of the great Bond villains of my lifetime, has now put put his name out there to buy Chelsea, the football club in London. He's linked up with a guy named Ken Griffin, who is certifiably and objectively evil enough for me to say he's evil without really any nerves or risk that he's going to sue me for slander or libel or whichever one it is, because it is core, he's evil. We can prove that you're evil. I know I can. And if I can't take this out, is this a risk? This is a live show, Tom. Danny? We're leaving it in. Ken Griffin, Tom Ricketts, they're in London. They're trying to buy Chelsea. There's a huge protest plan just before opening day. You don't know what's in it. Fuck the Ricketts. You don't know what's in it. They wrote the reasons. I'm going to read you guys off. This is all the reasons these people from Chelsea, they hate Tom Ricketts. I'm not going to say that he's right or wrong. Pay cuts to Chicago Cubs employees during COVID-19. Chicago Cubs fans' pockets being milked for some of the most expensive tickets. This is true. 2019, Tom Ricketts stated that stadium redevelopment project had gone around 100% over budget. If any guys watching this go over 100% budget at home, good luck getting out of that fight. Tom Ricketts, 100% over budget for Wrigley Field. It's a nice place, but I don't know. I don't know if it's 100%. Here's what really grinds my gears, though, Tommy, as you're trying to buy Chelsea. You told us biblical losses. You invoked the power of God. You didn't even specify New Testament, Old Testament. You took both testaments. You took Exodus. You took everybody that lost anything in the history of the Bible, and you said that's how bad we have it, 2020, battling COVID with the Cubs. You fired half the staff. You haven't brought them back. I know the ticket sales guys are out there shaking the coin jars around Wrigley. Hell, yeah, you got a buck. It's a sad scene you've let evolve here on the north side of Chicago, Tommy. And now before you can rectify it, before you can change it, before you can make anybody's life better from where it was before COVID, you've packed your shit up, you've taken a private plane, you've gone to COVID, and you've opened up the checkbook for a sport you don't know shit about. And I bought your shit when you sold it to me about meeting your wife in the stands and it was going to be a family-friendly, fun, all this stuff. It's actually just very expensive. And the team hasn't been good enough to make me feel better about that. I'm still kind of chapped about it, Tom. So here's a situation you put the players in. They got to go out and play their asses off. Tom, I'm not going to get mad at the players, though. I know you want me to. I'm not going to get mad at the players. I'm just going to get mad at you, and I encourage all Cubs fans to join me as Tom Ricketts continues to tell us one thing and do another. And guys, as far as I'm concerned, that's about as bad as it gets. I'm starting to get pissed off. Well, I woke up pissed off. Shut up, Danny. I woke up pissed off. We're in a good mood, though. We are. We're going to battle back to a good mood. We are just days away from opening day. I know there's going to be so many fresh faces up around the ballpark. So why don't we step away from the studio for a second? Let's go on site. Let's go on location. Let's talk to Danny Conrad, and let's get some vibes, and let's see what's going on around the ballpark. Let's see who's ready for opening day. What do you say? Subscribe to our YouTube page, by the way. All right, let's go see Danny.
I feel like you could have just checked the weather app next time before shipping me out here in a hoodie. But yeah, leave the bikini at home today, Carl. You're not jumping in the Deuces and Diamonds swamp. Google weather says it's 39 degrees, so realistically probably 30, 20 with the wind chill, minus 10 with the lake effect. Ronnie Woo Woo's not coming out of the crawl space on a day like today. But we still got kids out here selling $12 Kit Kats, so come to Wrigley for the steals. I don't know if the wind's blowing in or out, but brother, it's blowing. Back to you, Carl.
Danny, that was truly riveting stuff outside the marquee sign at Wrigley Field. Thanks for going out on assignment. I guess my first question is, will it be that cold on opening day?
Many are saying it's the type of weather that's going to make Tom Skilling just flip out at home, you know. So I'd probably watch it from home if I were you, or you can go to your local favorite bar. The bouncers at Cubby Bear were actually asking for you. Something about remind him he's not allowed back in here. I don't know.
Cubby Bear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like Cubby Bear. For those unfamiliar, that's located directly at the intersection of Clark and Addison. As we move south or down Clark Street throughout opening day, Danny, any indication about the type of lines and presence outside the bars?
You know, Sluggers is, as usual, like Six Flags level line. The batting cages, they said they juiced it up a little. We're going about 81 miles per hour there in the cages this year, Carl. That's all I got for you today. Will you be attending the Sluggers cages again this year?
It's important. It's an important question to ask. The answer obviously is yes. I will be at Sluggers. Here's a tip, though, and this is what you can expect from Bleacher Bum TV. Everybody's going to Sluggers after the game, Danny. Everybody. Why not go there before? Why not go mix in before you watch the Cubs, before you watch Patrick Wisdom, Yabo, Why not go get a couple ABs in yourself, barrel it up yourself? Is that something that interests you?
I guess why sluggers though? Why aren't you giving love to vines? Why aren't you giving love to deuces and diamonds? You tell me.
Did you know Vines has a restaurant license, not a bar license? So their capacity is only limited to the amount of chairs that they have inside Vines. People don't know that about Vines.
People also don't know that the bar Rizzo's has nothing to do with Anthony Rizzo. The guy just happened to have his last name Rizzo.
That's a convenient naming convention. Speaking of naming conventions, can you pick between these two names? Because we're going to have to send you out here. I heard there's some truth behind Demo's offering double buffalo chicken this year. Or are you a mac and cheese enthusiast? I know it's a Friday in Lent as we record this live.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with a hard neither. I like my pizza plain, cheese. Our boss Dave Portnoy showed me that way. So no, but you strike me as a pineapple guy.
I don't dislike pineapple, and I'll leave that up to the viewers. Guys, how about this? Let's talk itinerary, okay? I'm going to be on site 7 a.m. Murphy's Bleachers. That's where I like to start every opening day. Maybe see me on WGN. I guess the question for you is...
That's a big maybe.
That's a big maybe. Okay, do see me on WGN. Is that fair? All right. If we start at 7 a.m. and the game's at 1 p.m., how many hours of time does that give you in Wrigleyville?
Could you say it again?
7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. 6.
A full 6. Have you ever given anybody a full 6?
You could say that.
Okay. Speaking of full 6, give me, what do those 6 hours look like to you?
They're starting off with a nice breakfast at home before I go out. You can't hit Wrigley on an empty stomach. Then we're going to do a couple beers at the dugout. Not a lot of people go to the dugout. We're going to wake the neighbors upstairs. People live up there. People forget that. And then I'm going to meet up with you, and then you're going to be my tour guide for the rest of the evening. So you tell me from 9 a.m. on, what are we doing?
I mean, we're obviously going to get a nacho at Sports Corner. Not a lot of people go to Sports Corner. Maybe I'm going to get a T-shirt. I'm going to get in early for batting practice. So I'm going to fill out my scorecard. I'm going to do my ritual walk around the stadium because I love that. I'm going to get in there early. I'm going to stay often. I'm going to have a bunch of big, tall, cold ones. And here's my last little nugget for you. Center field bleachers, left center bleacher, when you go in, they're selling old-style tall boys. That's your next assignment. Opening day, I want to get you out there. I want you to show the people, because people don't think that you can get an old style anymore at Wrigley. People blame Tom Ricketts, blame him for other things, but they're still slinging old styles.
That's the kind of intel you can get with this show.
Okay. What do we want to tell the people?
Subscribe to Barstool Chicago on YouTube, obviously, and tune into next episode.
Are you excited for the adventures you're about to be sent on in and around the Wrigleyville neighborhood, capturing the best content the Cubs have to offer?
Can't wait.
Guys, this is Danny Conrad. I'm Carl. This is Barstool Chicago. Again, Danny Lance on the ones and two. Tom Lay, the executive producer. This is Bleacher Bum TV. We're going to be here every week live in studio bringing you the big hitting news this year. Again, we're not worried about wins and losses. We're worried about good times and good times.
Only?
Oh.
Okay. I thought you wanted me to say it on 3. Go on.
Good times
only.
Until next time, this is Bleacher Bum TV. Hey, how you doing?